everybody, this is Big Stack Numismatics. I want to welcome all of my fellow coin collectors out there. It is Saturday, July 17th, and it's a beautiful hot summer day where I'm at. And I just got done filming on my other channel on Big Stack McGee this nice new Type 2 Gold American Eagle. Took a close look at that, as well as the new Type 2 Silver Eagle. So head on over there if you want to see more with that. But I've got something really special to show you today. A coin that I've been after. I shouldn't say a specific coin. I wanted a coin featuring Augustus Caesar for a long time. When I started getting into coin collecting, I thought, you know what? I want to get some really great coins with monarchs on them that are famous. And so the first one I showed several weeks back, coins of Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, right? But of course, Augustus Caesar is just such a famous person. First Roman emperor, of course, spoken about in the Bible during the times of Christ. There's just a lot, I think, of reasons why a coin from Augustus Caesar is super cool. But I'm just going to start by showing you the coin, and then we'll talk a little bit about some of the details. So this is a Silver Denarius. Take a look at this. There we go. What's cool about this is that it definitely still has luster. It's so cool to see in person. I'm not sure if it's going to come across well in this video, and it's in such relief. It's like the bust of Augustus Caesar sticks out so much. I don't know if you can get a sense for that from looking at it like that. So yeah, there we go. Augustus Caesar, it says. And on the back, here we go, there's a wreath. Okay. And it says, Ob Civis Servatos, which means for saving the citizens. All right. We'll look at that again in a little bit. Here's some of the details here. And real quick, I'll just take you over to the Numista page here. It just kind of shows you some of the information here. I believe this was minted in about 19 BC. And it was minted in Colonia Patricia Baetica, which is modern-day Cordoba, Spain. It's a 19 millimeter coin, give or take. And one of the things I think is fascinating about this, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the way they minted these is they carved out on a hammer, the reverse of this, and then they would punch the planchets, with the hammer. Someone would be swinging it all day, and they'd have to get the one side and flip it over and get it with a different hammer for the other side. And I think it's just fascinating to me because you're going to have some that have amazing strikes. Like this is a well-struck coin. It really is. And of course, NGC Ancients graded this as a surface of 2 out of 5, the strike 4 out of 5, and it's considered, by their estimation, to be an AU condition. But yeah, I mean, it definitely still has luster to the eye. It's so cool to look at. It really is an awesome coin to behold in person. It really is. I would love to have one of these that you could actually hold in your hand too. Like that's the one bummer I think about getting graded coins is you'll never actually be able to look at the outside and see the width and all that stuff. But at any rate, a little bit about Augustus Caesar. I don't know, many of us have heard the name, but what do we really know about him? He was born with the name Gaius Octavius. And his great-uncle was Julius Caesar. And of course, we all know that Julius Caesar was betrayed and assassinated. And in his will, he named Gaius Octavius as his son and heir, adopted son and heir. And he inherited all of his title and everything else, right? And so Octavius joined up with Mark Antony and Lepidus, and they formed something called the Second Triumvirate, and they went and sought out Julius Caesar's assassins and defeated them. And then what they did is they split up Rome essentially into three different, like, I don't know what you would call it. They just divided into three, and they were each kind of in charge of their own third. And of course, everyone's between Mark Antony, Lepidus, and Octavius. Their ambitions kind of led them to all fight, and Octavius was the last man standing, essentially. And he, being, as I mentioned, he's the first Roman emperor. He reinstated the appearances of a republic. He had the Senate and the different things like that, but he named himself Principus or something like that. Like, either way, he named himself like the lifetime leader of the military, giving him supreme power essentially. And he is widely regarded as one of the best rulers in human history. Rome really did see a great resurgence and expansion of its borders. There was no wide-scale conflict to Rome itself for decades. Of course, they had their territorial expansion wars and things like that, but he annexed Egypt and other places in Africa and all over Hispania, and he was widely regarded as the people loved him, as evidenced by his for saving the citizens, ob civis servatos. So yeah, Augustus Caesar. So a denarius is in the Bible mentioned as the amount that a laborer or a soldier could earn in a day. So you do your day's work, you earn one of these things, right? Pretty amazing. Don't be holding a silver denarius here. Denarius itself stands for 10 asses. And yes, you heard that right. It was a way of, how we have our system of money. You had whether you talk about a dollar and then quarter dollars and dimes and nickels and cents and beyond. Well, they had their own versions of all those things. And an ass at the time, or an as was and I'm just going to shoot a number off the top of my head. I'd say it's a 50th of a pound. But a denarius is 10 asses. Denarius. Interestingly enough, this is the root name for money in several languages, like dinero in Spanish. Very, very cool. So there you go. Silver AR denarius from the Spanish mint. Cordoba, Spain. I would love to. I wonder if. And I'm certain that the actual place where they used to mint these is not still there, but Cordoba, Spain. If anyone has any information on that, I would love to learn more. One more close look here. Wonder if I can zoom in a little. As I mentioned, I'm not sure if the luster comes off in the video or not, but it's so cool. So yeah, I think I talked a little bit about why I wanted this coin, but I don't know, something like this just really appeals to me. And I'm not, how do I want to put this? I'm not a scholar when it comes to ancient coins like this, but I love learning the history of them. And so what's next for me? I don't know. I'd love to get some more ancient coins too, and I'm learning a lot more as I go through the process, but I would love a coin with Julius Caesar, and they are very expensive in good condition, thousands and thousands of dollars for a good example. In fact, I remember seeing one, I think it was Pawn Stars. I think they had a gold coin with Julius Caesar, and something about the Ides of March on the back, and it was like, oh, I don't know, 100 grand? I don't remember. It would be just amazing to have a coin like that, but I don't know. It's just something about holding ancient history in your hand and wondering what soldier was paid with this money, you know? Actually, now that I look at it, because of the condition, likely this was minted and sat in a bank vault somewhere for centuries before this was discovered, because this is a really pristine example. But I don't know. I could go on and on. I just love some of those ancients. And so I'm probably not going to get a ton of ancient coins, but this is a really cool talking piece, and my kids love to look at these old ones. So, there you go. Augustus Caesar, Silver Denarius. I really appreciate you stopping by. This is Big Stack Numismatics. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll be back at you soon. Take care.